books and materials in it. There's master classes. There's just like if you were to log on to any type of university online and you're going through the programs and everything, there is going to be that availability. So I hone in on, I would say, 6 key pieces to having a successful business and being a successful entrepreneur. So there is mindset, digital products. That is the most important thing in becoming an entrepreneur. If you really don't believe that you can do it, it just won't happen because you won't allow it to happen. So I focus in on mindset, products, and then foundation. You know, I always tell people, if you were to buy a house and the foundation is weak and you can see that the foundation is weak, would you actually purchase that house? No, because you know at some point it's going to cave in. So the same thing with building a viable business. You don't want a weak foundation, and later on down the line, now the business has fallen apart and you've put in so much time, energy and money, and it's like, why did I do this? So we focus on foundation, organization of the business, client centricity. You know, you and I have talked so much about how we treat people and how important that is in business. And so I give very nice products, digital products that help you to figure out who your ideal client is, how to talk to them on social media, on email marketing, things like that. And then we go into, of course, you combine all these things. Now, how do you monetize? How do you show up on social media? How do you market? And then how do you take that audience and create a funnel into making it your audience? That way, if social media goes down again, like that one time, you've already built this rapport with these individuals. And so, I cannot wait to see how people respond to this.
Oh my God. So it's like so just to be clear, you have this university and people will have access to, it sounds like a digital library, huh?
There is a library included.
Oh, and a library, okay.
Yeah, okay. So what I found in the last 3 years of, doing coaching, is that everybody has, so I am one of those people, I want to help everybody. Now, I know you have your ideal client, but I never could get out of that, and I know so many people have said, like, don't do that, don't do that. I know how much education I've had on don't do that. And to a degree, absolutely that's true. But what I recognized is there are people who have different price points, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So at some point, if you're just starting and you're like, I really don't have a lot of money. I know when I started my business, I took my 2-week paycheck and that's what I had. So could I buy a course that cost $2,500 at that time? No. But I bought little things along the way, $15 here, $30 here. And then I worked my way up to getting courses that cost, a couple $1,000s. So I wanted the university to be like that. Hey, if you don't have a lot right now, I still have products for you. I still have kits or labs for you. But when you're ready to scale and learn more, you're learning from these products. Now let's bring it up, and then they can purchase. So it's like it's like home. You can go back to school at any time. So that's what it's like.
Don't laugh at me. Yes, let me tell you what this reminds me of. When you said that, it reminds me of, sometimes when you go to a restaurant, right, and you can't get the full course meal, you can get a la carte. So you get a la carte here, or what's the other one? Like some people get appetizer. Okay, I get a full plate to celebrate with your girl, but I get an appetizer. And or something like that. But I love that. So it's they can build their way up. But if they start with even the smaller products that they can afford, they'll have gained enough education education to
definitely
probably make money with that to build up to
Yes.
get the next
They will.
product. Huh?
And that's so funny you said a la carte, because on my website I have a la carte solutions.
Wow.
So it's true.
Wow.
If you can't get the whole ciabatta, right, you get a piece of it. You get the appetizer or the one meal, and then come back and you got you got your money up a little bit more.
But you needed something.
You are, and
so,
it's in every product that I have, I put so much into. So whether it's a $27 product or a $500 product, I pour into it. I want people to succeed. I want people to understand that there are people like me out there that are rooting for them to win, because when they succeed in business, it's a ripple effect. It goes into their household. Their children see that mommy or daddy is creating something for us. They're working hard. The rewards, the financial rewards behind it are great. The confidence booster in it is great. And so there's a song by Big Sean, and it's like a anthem for me, but he says, "This is bigger than me" in the song. And that's exactly how I feel. This university is something, honestly, that I prayed about. How do I show up for my family, show up for the clients I have and future clients in a way that I don't get depleted, trying to help everyone. And so 2 years later is like ticking at me. I kept reading, like you said, the trends. I kept reading about entrepreneurs who do digital products and all these things. I took a course. One of my favorite mentors, her name is Amy Porterfield, and this is another exclusive because I don't share Amy with everyone because I feel like you have to have a mindset with her, if you are ready to level up, so it took me a year and a half before I did any work with her, and it was an investment, but she's one who taught me about digital products and like really how you can succeed with digital products. And so I was like, yeah, I can do this, and then I can teach others as well. So I can't tell you, Angel, I'm so elated for what people can gain from this.
Because you're not, like some people. It was a post that my cousin had posted on Travel Quick, and it was something about old gold. She said it was something we're praising God about, but she added this one part that said something about like some people are like goats. They want to just eat up everything, and not get anything. And so the fact that you made this investment, because I know Porterfield I don't like to say people's products are expensive because their price is their price.
Absolutely.
You understand? It's probably expensive to the person in the status of where they're at in their finances. So the price that you invested in her program, the fact that you're taking from that and giving back, it is a cost, but you're giving it back. You know what I'm saying? What you learned and with your twist, what she taught, and then with the twist, to all the other, education that she had along the way. And so I think that's a beautiful thing that, you can still share the information and help others to rise up, at the same time and be better. Because a lot of us, we are the only entrepreneurs or the first entrepreneurs in our household, and if that is you don't have an example. Yeah, exactly. And so you gotta look for people that are doing what you're doing. Yes. Or find products, like you said, to continue to educate yourself on what's going on and stuff like that. So I love the fact that you have this university where you can go to and get that, extra education that they need. Because it's really right now, like I said, the times it's just moving back and forth, and you have to really be vigilant in staying on top of it. Yes. Or you miss it. You'll miss it.
I tell people all the time, one of my favorite, Mark Cuban, who he's not like one of my favorites of favorites, but some of the things that he says is just profound. And he was interviewed and asked, what's the number one reason why businesses fail? I ask this question all the time, and most people say money. And I'm a living example that money does not stop you, because you can have a little bit of money. We all have some form of money. You know, what we spend on, whether it's Starbucks every day or eating out or, you know, buying ourselves a nice outfit. You're allowed to do whatever you want with your money, but we all at some point have money flowing through our hands. And so it's not the money that prevents successful businesses, truly. What he said was, it's the inability for a lot of people to become the best at what they do. Now, he kind of said it in a competitive state, but you and I know we've had plenty of conversation. We don't compete, right? We compete with ourselves. Nobody else is of competition, because there's too much out there for everyone. So that's just not what we do. But to become the best version of yourself in business, your personal self, that's where people feel like they failed. Now, not necessarily unless they give up, but that's what he said. They don't educate themselves enough. You can start a business and say, oh, I sell cupcakes. But if you're not figuring out how to be as efficient as possible, how to make the best buttercream, you know, how to offer different designs and things. And this is strictly for you and your business. This isn't about what the next person's business offers. It's about you. If you're not willing to put in that work and you're wondering why things are not succeeding, it's because you're not educating yourself enough to what the people want from you, not from anyone else. So I love how he said that, and that's why I believe education is so powerful. And I'm not necessarily only talking about degree education. I'm talking about the fact that, you know, on certain sites like Audible, you can sign up for a month free and read any book that you want on that site almost, and learn a lot about entrepreneurship and self-growth, self-worth, things like that. And so it's just really important to be educated, and this is what this university is about, because once you learn these things, no one can take it from you.
You sure right about that.
No one can take it from you.
I love it. I want to go back to him, what you said, and that's so funny because mindset, we go back to mindset. Now, I understood what you said. You know how he said their inability.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you twofold. It depends where your frame of thinking, because you could have took it as though he's saying that you're not educated enough to be in that field, or you could take it as what he was saying is that their inability, it's your push, your will to be better and to know more where you're at. Not that you're limited, not saying you're cut off because you're not educated, but you're not applying yourself to pour more into yourself, you know, and things like that. But I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, that goes back to mindset and what you said. How do you take what somebody's saying to, you know, your mindset? But mindset will keep you in that place. Yes. But what you could do is, what is the most important part of your business that will bring in money? Yes. Where you can hire somebody. So if it's like, say for instance, selling hair. Yeah. Okay. I need somebody that's good at sales. Yes. So if that person is good at sales, I have to change my frame of thinking to, if I hire her, if she's good at selling hair, then the revenue is going to come in for me to be able to pay her.
Yes.
to bring in, and instead of, oh no, I can't, without
Yes.
even trying,
Yeah.
you know, I can't do that, I don't have it.
Yes.
So you have to see beyond
Exactly.
that, you know, and don't keep yourself limited, or like you said, in a box.
Yes.
You know, don't.
And that is a great mindset to have. And then it's also, so it's like, what can someone come in and help as far as hiring someone that's going to bring in more revenue, or that's going to help lessen an area for me in this way, so I can focus on that. And so really, sometimes people need help with organization, right? Like that is their stress. They can't move forward with other things, like whatever that is. So hiring someone for 5 hours a week may be feasible. It really may. It may not be a full-time thing right now, but hiring someone for a little bit can help. But we all know the saying, there's no I in team, right?
Yeah.
So in order to grow into a team environment, which is what most of us want, like most of us don't want a one-person show of a business that caps at a certain place, because there's not enough of you going around. That's why we have to shift that mindset into how can we grow to the place that I want to be, versus I don't have what's necessary to grow.
How?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
What is E.T.? We both love E.T. Thomas, right?
Yeah.
You know, okay, so I remember this one thing he said, I'll never forget. I gotta tell a story. Is when he was saying that it's not I get to, it's not I got to, I get to, because in got to, it's such a daunting, downing thing. But when you say I get to, you add the blessing and the glory to that. Wow, I get to do this.
Yes.
Not, oh Lord, I got to do. Let me
Exactly.
but I get to because I have this opportunity, and I'm grateful. I'm glad I have this opportunity to be in this position to get to do this.
Yes.
You know, and things like that. So even like that's huge in business too. Like you have a business.
Yeah.
You have a business, you know, and so sometimes we get caught up in, you know, because there's sometimes everybody has ups and downs in business, and so in your downs you even have to inspire your own self to see the good in what you do have, and like you said, how?
Yes.
No, God, I can do it.
Yeah.
Kind of deter ourselves from staying in that, getting in that place or staying in that place, so we can evolve and, and grow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what else? That's huge, the university. But I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything else to ask you. So what are you going to celebrate that?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna celebrate that. So the university is gonna be released at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So I always do major releases then, because I think about all of my potential clients, right? For me, when I first started even thinking about a business, I had the mindset, I don't have the money. And I would do a lot of stuff during tax season. You know, that was like a lump sum that I would get that I could do a lot of things. And so sometimes people get their taxes. Nobody gets to say what you do with it, but I highly encourage people that when you get your taxes and you want more out of this life, if you're at a job you can't stand, if you are feeling like I want to give more to my children, I want to travel more, whatever that looks like for you, use some of that money. Make yourself. It might not be a comfortable thing, but use some of that money to fund your dreams, literally. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys do that. So that's when I release things that I create, is during that time, products I should say. Yeah, so that people of any financial status can participate, learn, grow, things like that.
Okay, I have one more question.
Yes.
I gotta ask you. Okay, so as far as school, so I know you spoke to some youth, you know.
Yes.
My question is, could somebody reach out to you if they wanted you to come speak at the school?
Absolutely.
Would you do that? Okay, so that's
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's another reason, really quickly, why in my prayers and in my goals of digital product was to free up the time, because I remember about 2 years ago there was Danny Morrison. I did an interview with him and he was like, why aren't you like a motivational speaker. And I remember during that moment, I was really like, during that time in my life, I just felt like I had some things to say to people. You know, I spent a lot of my life behind the scenes and like being the helper in the background, and I just felt like I had a lot of knowledge that I can contribute to others. And so now, like 2 years later, that's all I want to do. Not all, but that's so much of what I want to do. Yes. And so I've been able to speak to children, teenagers. I recently did a speaking engagement for some youth with financial empowerment, Charmed and Chosen, nonprofit. And so I'm so open. So if anybody needs someone to come to any school, I've talked at Miramonte, CLC Tech, please reach out to me. I would love to pour into, I don't call myself a motivational speaker, I call myself an affirmation pourer. And that's really all I want to do, is pour affirmations into our babies so that they know. I get so emotional about this, but so they know they're special. Because how many of us maybe needed just a little bit more of that when we were younger? Somebody to tell us we're worth it, we're worthy, we can. You know, you don't just have to go to college to be successful. You can create. That mind that you have, if you're not good with the books, you can create. You know, and so I want to be that person for them, for the adults and the youth.
That's wonderful. So I saw that. I thought about it because they need to learn about entrepreneurship and even finances. Because we didn't have that. You know, not to the degree that it is now. We didn't have that, and so I think that when I saw that and we started talking, I was like, wow. We need that. We need more of that. So that is good. So reach out to Irene, the Business Solutionist, even for your little ones, the little ones as well, because they need to. I just feel like how you felt passionate about the young ones, how it made you, want to, emotional. It's just that if we catch them now, they're gonna be on fire by the time they're adults, and that's what I want so bad, for our youth to catch it early and just be. Just on fire. Just know it. And so, last question is, I have to ask this: what is a quote that you live by, or as you say, you got an affirmation?
Okay. So, I would say. One of my favorite quotes, I'll give you two. So one is, failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And that's by Coach John Wooden. And really it speaks for itself. If you don't prepare for things, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's, specifically what I help do for others, or help to teach them. And then another one is by a Google co-founder, and it is always be more than what's expected. And so I always try to give more. If you get something from me, you're going to get extra, and it's unexpected, because a lot of times people just give the bare minimum. I talk about this so often, and I refuse to be a bare minimum type of person. There's no reason to be. We have so much life and so much capabilities. So yeah.
I love that, Irene. That's really cute. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Girl, I appreciate you. This was just like a, you know how you have a ray of sunshine or whatever. I enjoy it.
Me too. Is it okay if I let everyone know how they could reach out to me?
Okay.
Okay. Look, I should have known.
No, you go, girl, please. All of it.
So the easiest way I would say is Irene The Solutionist. That's all my social media handles. I also have a website, www.irenewilkins.com. We talked a lot about the business solutions, but I am a tax solutionist as well. So if anyone needs help with business taxes, or a tax strategy, what they should put away, throughout the year what their taxes might be, you can reach out to me. And if you need an affirmer, if you need someone to pour into you, if you feel alone, I do have what's called the Business Builder Nexus. This is a group of over 500 entrepreneurs online. But I truly appreciate you, Angel. I appreciate all that you do, how you pour so much into others, and I never take that lightly. So thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. And thank you for pouring into me so many times. So many times I appreciate it. Well, you guys, this is Irene Wilkins, LLC, the Business Solutionist. All her details will be in the description. And I want to tell you guys, thank you for joining us. This is Angel Lee from Bakersfield Black Magazine. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.